Good morning, tribe, and welcome to the donut shop at the beginning of the world. I am your proprietor, Dr. Mark Merriweather Vorderbruggen, creator of all sorts of plant stuff. Coming to you live from Ravenscar, my backyard. Drinking coffee. I'm going to drink some coffee. This morning's blend has the nutmeg and the sage in it. Hey, good morning, Melanie. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Jennifer. Thank you. Yeah, my theme song. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Mcgee. Hey, Jennifer and there's two Jennifers. Okay, that makes more sense. Loud morning. Oh, wow. I just noticed it looks like I have my first ripe fig. Excellent. Hey, Mom, if you're watching, got ripe figs. Hey, good morning, Laura. But yeah, the Chirpy is saying hi and good morning. The show helps you get up in the morning. You know what? It helps me get up in the morning too. Because otherwise I would probably lay in bed going, oh, I have so much to do. And then I get up and go down and have my coffee. And have you guys and get pumped up and get energized and get motivated for the day. So yeah, kind of exciting day. If I found wow, what was that? Oh, okay. Yesterday for Medicine Man Plant Company, I had a really, really good talk with this mushroom farmer. So I'm kind of excited about that. Oh man. So so are you all ready for Friday when the massive Saharan dust storm is supposed to arrive in Houston? It's supposed to be the biggest in 50 years. They showed some pictures from like, I guess, Puerto Rico or some Caribbean islands. And it's just this thick fog coming over. I'm thinking I need to buy air filters for all the cars. So after the, for driving around in that dust, it's really going to clog up the air filters. Yeah, I'm a little worried about that. 'Cause I just checked the weather map and it doesn't look like there's any rain coming. Did you just see a flash? I just saw a flash. That flash bothers me. Hey, April, good morning. Just started pouring in Austin, Texas. Okay. Yeah, so here in Houston yesterday, there were parts of downtown that received 4 inches of rain. Very unexpected. So I'm assuming there are people down there that had some flooding issues and stuff. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Alicia. So yeah, big, huge dust cloud coming in. It's supposed to be really, really, really ugly and nasty. Of course, yesterday they were saying, a certain chance of rain, but not 4 inches, and we got 4 inches. So we'll see. But donut. This is one of the donuts from my Father's Day cake. The mystery weather made it from scratch. Deep fried it in oil, made the frosting from scratch, all that. Good morning, Donald. Good morning, Chris. I hope you too have donuts made with love. Thunder and rain is good if you have a decent quality tarp over your head. And that, yes, I highly recommend coffee. Let coffee be thy medicine. Chirpy agrees. What kind of oil do you use? Okay, so this is really unhealthy, but if we're deep frying stuff, peanut oil. Peanut oil all the way. Peanut oil has a really high smoke point, and it's really tasty. Not just for turkeys. No donuts there, Donna. I'm sorry. Good morning, John Mark. I'm trying to figure out if there is an echo or if Chirpy has a friend. I'm hoping Chirpy has a friend. Friends are cool. Yeah. So we had a scoutmaster that used to say, the camping trips where it poured rain and, you were just stuck in the mud all weekend or whatever. Those are the camping trips you remember. And in the end, look back fondly upon. The ones where everything was nice and beautiful, they don't stick in your brain. Hey, good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Charles. Good morning, Mira. How are you? Not a donut fan? Wow, Donna. I don't know what to say to that. But hey, everyone has their own thing. So you're still welcome in the tribe. I'm going to eat a bite of donut. No. Pardon me while I make numbing noises. Yeah, it's like a kid's show with poop jokes. Ooh. Okay. What are the medicinal benefits of coffee? One of the biggest ones is coffee is loaded with all sorts of antioxidants. These antioxidants help break down the plaque that can build up in your vessel, your blood vessels, and lead to strokes and heart attacks. So it's good at that. They also help clear out any free radicals. Free radicals are the really reactive molecules that like to tear and damage and rip things apart. So they're after all the good stuff in your body to destroy it. So the antioxidants from the coffee take those down and remove them from your system. In particular, this is important in fighting cancer because the free radicals like to attack DNA and damage DNA, and it can either completely destroy the operating system for the cell, or worse, we'll say infect it, and so the DNA starts doing all sorts of crazy stuff that leads to cellular mutation that prevents cell death, and then you have cancer. So the coffee, you can even go as far as to argue it helps prevent cancer. So, yeah, lots of benefit, mainly from the antioxidants. And then also hydration, just because, there's water in it. I don't put any sugar in it. I got enough sugar in the donut. So, but I do use it also as a carrier for different herbs. Like in this case, I've been experimenting with nutmeg and then my traditional sage. So, oops. Hey, Terry. Let me just do this here. Hey, good morning, Cleo. Good morning, Charles. Good morning, Nancy. Hey, Tina. Long time no see. Hey, Michael. Yep. Cynthia. Hello. Good morning, Terry. Yeah, more and more I'm becoming very libertarian. And it's like, you know what? Legalize it and let evolution sort things out. I'm going to get in trouble here. Nah, I'm going to. Alton Brown puts nutmeg in his coffee? I did not know that. I really need to pay more attention to Alton Brown. Cinnamon is really good. One of the nice things about cinnamon is it helps bind to sugars and slows the release. So it slows the transfer from the digestive system into the blood, so it prevents the sugar spikes. Hey, good morning, Dion. Coffee. I've heard about the coffee enemas. I'm okay with entering it from this end. But yeah, so the nutmeg is supposed to have antidepressive powers. I don't have depression. I'm actually testing it for a friend of mine before I recommend it to him. So, cardamom in coffee is awesome. I definitely agree with that one. So, yeah. So, like I said, the nutmeg, it has some mood lifting powers for antidepressant. Like I said, it's me experimenting as a scientist before I recommend it for a friend. I like to know for sure if something works or not. And from what I've seen, I'm going to have to say yes. Hey, Dad's here. Good morning, Dad. Morning, Papa Weather. Still no word from the. Still haven't been able to schedule the biopsy, so that sucks. But all right. How's the weather up there, Dad? It was nice and cool when I walked out, but the humidity is quickly rising, so I think there's storms coming here. Enthogens. I'm not quite sure that specific word, Chris. So I don't know. I may have, I may not have. I'll have to Google that later. Pumpkin pie spice may be good. Yeah, with the cinnamon and everything. Oh man. Oh, now I want pumpkin pie. I absolutely love pumpkin pie. Oh, that sounds great, Tina. Yeah, let's throw this out. My other herbalist. Oh, well, good morning, Sherry. Oh, Dad, Sherry says hi. Okay, there we go. A chai tea yesterday with cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeg, passiflora. Yeah, that would be an excellent mood raiser. Ow, sorry. I love Emo Phillips, so I can't get started without a piping hot cup of. I've tried other. So, a long time ago, way back in one of my first online email accounts was chewing through the straps, based on an Emo Phillips blurb. You know, some mornings it just wasn't worth chewing through the straps. Yes, milk oats are milky. Hey, good morning, Kimberlin. Yep. There we go. Yes, milky oats are good, especially not just the mood lifting aspects, but also the mineral content is awesome. So that's a good one. Okay, you're waiting for rain. We too are waiting for rain, Dad. Oh, so had a bit of a scare yesterday. So in the evenings, Minnie Weather and I go out walking, and there are a number of hawks that live in our neighborhood. And we were walking, over there, and there was a hawk feasting upon a bird that it had caught. Which, circle of life. That's what nature was. But since I hadn't seen Chirpy in a while, I had this brief moment of worry. Like, what if that's Chirpy? That would be a bummer. But it wasn't, because Chirpy is here. Chirpy is here and singing his or her little heart out. I will say, Mira, yes, maca powder, that is one of the components in the Medicine Man's the libido pill. There's some really interesting scientific studies. I'm not even going to go into how they've done these studies. But as far as supporting enhanced, mood enhancement and particular types of moods. So very interesting there. So I spend my days poring over scientific documents on different herbal studies and so forth, and I end up in all sorts of rabbit holes. Okay. So nope, I have not explored with any of those. I hadn't heard that name before, the enthogens, but okay. No, so my main theory is, oh, hey, Nina. Pouring in Dallas? Eek. Does Dallas have a problem with flooding like Houston does? I never hear about Dallas flooding. But to go back, so I pretty much survive on my brains. And so I want to make sure my brain is as non-screwed up as, as taking in truthful data, interpreting it in a truthful way, and then releasing it back into nature in a truthful way. My concern with hallucinogens and all that is that it would interfere with the truthfulness of the data, and I really don't want to do that. I'm quite happy with my brain the way it is. Trap and relocate. No. See, if you're talking about the hawk or the hawks, there's 3 of them that I know of. Melanie, no, because they keep the stray cat population down and the squirrel population down. Here's a good question. Okay, what do you think of Yerba mate tea? It's good stuff. Yeah, there's no reason not to drink it. I mean, it has caffeine and it's the antioxidants. Frankly, if you want the exact same thing, plant a Yopon holly and start making tea from its leaves. If you look up on Foraging Texas, the Yopon holly, So the Yerba mate is a holly, and the Yopan holly is a holly. One is South American, one is, well, North American. And they both have the caffeine and the antioxidants and all that sort of stuff. So definitely a good thing. Sometimes I'll buy a bottle of it just to mix things up a little when I'm doing a long drive, like if I have to leave at 4 in the morning and drive somewhere to teach a class. So basically, raccoons are teenage kids. Ba-dum-bum. No, my kids are good. Oop, that's falling down there. All right. Let's see. Oh, trap and relocator. Yeah, okay. Raccoon. Yeah, get rid of the raccoons. Like I said, there's no thread control here. It's just one coming after another, so I can't see when it is connected to something else. Oh. Hey, Eric. Good morning. Okay, Kimberlin. Hey, good morning, Surrender. So, hey, Surrender, there's a backlog on Apple computers. I won't be getting my computer until the end of July. I'm bummed about that. Oh, okay, yeah. So I want to throw this up here. So Brain Awake Red with nitric oxide booster is making me feel great. Yeah, what's great about nitric oxide is it's a key component in the body, and it has all sorts of beneficial effects. And there's a ton of plants that will increase the natural amount of nitric oxide. I like the nitric oxide. One of its effects, man, the birds are loud. One of the cool effects of the nitric oxide is it relaxes the blood vessels, so it makes the blood pressure go down. Yeah. So let me throw this up here too. Both LSD and the magic mushrooms are really turning into some really potent therapeutic type compounds, to the point where a number of states are already starting to look at legalizing the mushrooms. That being said, I personally, what's the phrase I'm looking for? I think it's one of those things. There are a number of herbal medicines that are really good under careful, controlled use, and a lot of people just want to go woohoo and don't do careful, controlled use. So, just something to keep in mind. So, I'd like to, if I was going to do something like that, I want to find a guide first. Okay. Okay, let me throw this up, and then I'll get to your question, Nancy. Okay, Lori, I've been making syrup from sassafras stems and leaves. Read the warnings. Where do you stand on it being toxic or not? Okay, that's a great question. So the sassafras toxicity, cancer-causing aspects of saffrol, that goes back to bad science. It was one of those cases where the person fed these rats a ton of the saffrol, like if you were eating shovelfuls of it, basically. I don't remember the exact grams to kilogram weight of the rats, but it was incredibly high. And then some of them just developed tumors, which actually rats develop tumors on their own. So the long story short, I don't think it's a problem. That being said, there are lawyers in the world, and 12 years from now, I don't want to have someone come back and sue me because I developed some cancer. Just because they were going to develop cancer anyway. I mean, it's mainly a genetic sort of thing. But yeah, I think the cancer risk of the sassafras is extremely overrated. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, Nancy, off the top of my head, no, but things like, just from memory, ginger, the roselle hibiscus, beets, regular old beets are a good source of it. Those are the main ones off the top of my head. Oh yeah, I can believe it. Exercise. All right, let's just. Can you brief? Okay, I'm not sure what you're asking here. If do you just want like a brief summary of what you can do with amaranth? If so, eat the leaves, eat the seeds. If you go to foragingtexas.com, there's a whole bunch of information on amaranth there. Okay, this is a really good question here. Okay, Chris, do you pair your vitamins to maximize their effect? Can you share a few combinations? Sorry, Chris, I don't take capsule vitamins. I don't feel they do much more than give you really expensive pee. I try and get my vitamins, from plants and occasionally animals. So in that process, they usually have the compounds that also assist with digestion. So the main thing is eat a big variety of fresh plants every day is the main thing there. So if you eat enough of the good stuff, the real stuff, then you don't need to supplement. All right, here's another good Dan. So I haven't looked into those. It's never been on my radar. If I'm looking into supplements, it's things either for my job or someone asked me about a specific thing, but I've never looked into any the kratom. Is that the pain reliever? I think it's the pain reliever. Yep, everything in moderation. There is the secret of life. So like only one donut a day. Mm-hmm. Mm. Melanie is hitting it on the head here. There's just a lot of bad science out there. In every aspect of science. Not just diet and everything else. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so kratom is the pain reliever stuff. Like I said, I've never looked into it though. I since it doesn't grow wild in Texas, it's not high on my list of things to look into. You need to grow your own, Chris. It's really easy to grow. You can get tubers. Like here in the Houston area, not only can you get it at the different Asian markets, the fresh tubers that grow, but also even like HEB and some of the the Kroger carries it. Okay, so kratom seems to be self-regulating. Hey, good morning, Chris. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Making yummy noises. But yeah, I used to get my turmeric from the Asian market just down the street, and then plant it. I got some growing in the yard right now, but even now, like Kroger and stuff buys it or sells it. So, but yeah, it grows well here. It's a beautiful plant too. Very, very gorgeous. Big leaves and big flowers. You mainly just want some really loose, rich soil, full sun, and a good source of water. Oh, and if you grow it here in the right sort of beds, you get these big tubers with it, way bigger than the little small finger-sized ones. Sherry, there are 3 donuts left from the cake at this time. Well, yeah, this one's almost gone, but there's 3 more after this. Yeah, okay. Oops. Wow. That's interesting. I didn't know. I need to read up on kratom. There's so much stuff. I don't. No. I don't have time right now to go down another. I lost an M&M. Don't have time now to go down another rabbit hole. But where was it? Okay, yeah. So Lori, ginger will grow too. I got both growing in my yard. Just when the next time you're at the grocery store, get one of the organic ginger roots and just set it on your counter, and eventually you'll see little growths coming off, and then you just snap that part of the bulb off. So you know how ginger usually forms these not segmented, but like bulbs with bulbs coming off them. You snap the part off that has the growing part and plant that, and just as new growth appears on your main root that you have sitting on your counter, you plant those. It does really well. Mm. Mm-hmm. Well, Oops. Why is that not? Right now, the nurseries around Texas should be having their Roselle hibiscus for sale. ROSELLA, Roselle hibiscus. And this is the one that is used to make the hibiscus tea. It's not the flowers, but it's the calyx, the sheath that holds the flowers, is loaded with all sorts of beneficial compounds. In particular, it has the nitric oxide forming stuff going on. Surprise, Nancy, but guess what? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think from a few studies I've seen about addiction, they say like the brain is predisposed to become addicted to whatever, like donuts, for instance, or coffee, and then they'll just latch on to that. So, okay. The jury is still out on this, Mira. Probably they're not going to be toxic, but a lot of times they're not going to have the rich flavor and the huge amount of medicinal compounds. So it's recommended if you are going to, if you want to eat the ginger, just grow the regular ginger. And that way, you'll be getting a more or less reproducible results from whatever you're using the ginger for. But yeah, the ones are not toxic. Where is it? Cool. Lori has a Roselle hibiscus she grew from seeds. That's awesome. All right, here we go. Isn't that the truth? I love the donut shop. It's like a box of assorted donuts and reaching in blindfolded. Yeah, life's like a box of chocolates. Sometimes it's good, and sometimes I don't know. I never watched Forrest Gump. Yeah. Well, I never know where we're going to go either in the donut shop, but that's that's like if you're at a conversation with your friends, it goes all over heck. So, me too, Melanie. Me too. Oh, you had to ask that. Zanzibar is officialis. Zanzibarians. No, it's something like Zanzibar officianis sort of thing. Oh. Zanzibar, it's like the island, the Zanzibarians. Ooh, this is a really good question. I would think anything that is stuck with us genetically probably had some benefit at some point. What the benefit of an addictive type personality could be, I have no idea. Unless I made them like a really good hunter, gatherer, finder of stuff. But I suspect there was some basis, some usefulness way back when. The other possibility is that so a lot of traits are due to a mixture of different enzymes and genes and stuff like that. And so it might just be certain evolutionary traits that were beneficial. The side effect of them may also be that whole addiction thing. So I think, yeah, there's definitely a genetic component. If evolution forced this to be a primary or a secondary evolutionary trait is the question. Okay. Yep. Zingiber, that might be it. Oh, okay. There we go. Cool. I was close. Zingiber official. So that is the scientific name for the edible ginger. Yeah, I can believe addiction a link to emotion. I suspect. Yeah. Well, okay, no, I almost walked down a hole. I almost made an assumption here. I need to avoid doing that as a scientist. But I'd be interested to see if people prone to extreme emotions are more likely to become addicted. But also on the other end, I could see where ones that are generally not prone to extreme emotions may come in, to play, as they seek out some sort of stimulation that actually gets through their walls. I don't know. It's I'm sure there's stuff out there, research, but I don't know what it might be. But like I said, all things in moderation, if possible. Oh, okay. This I can believe. So a lot of the addiction, if you lack the neurotransmitters, you are seeking, your body is seeking something to replace them. That could be. That's yeah. All right. I heard someone laughing at my pronunciation. Oh, they wrote fishy. Oh, that's funny. Mm-hmm. This I can believe. The empaths, because again, at times they don't want to be empathic and they can't turn it off. Yeah, that's another thing, and it just shows you how complex the world is. How does suicide fit in evolution? Well, it depends if you had your kids and if they're out and about already or not. Oh well. Well, wow. Okay, it is 8:00. So like Chirpy says, just because you understand nature is no reason not to still love it. So at this point, I need to start the day. Thank you all. I will see you tomorrow twice. So tomorrow at the donut shop at the beginning of the world, who knows what we'll be talking about. And then tomorrow evening, the return of Professor Brandon Laurie to the Merriweather's world. And we will be discussing books that have affected our mindset and taught us, about like bushcraft and prepping and survival and all that sort of stuff. So should be a good time if you're looking for some books to read. We'll recommend some that made us us. Very cool. All right. Love you all. Thank you very much, Dad, Mom. Hope you're still there. Love you. Keep me posted on things. And until tomorrow. All right, people. Bye-bye. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.